Hello and good morning. Today we are going to talk about drug prevention and why it's important for young people. Experts explain that drugs can seriously affect their physical and mental health. They also mention that many teenagers face pressure from friends or social environments, especially at school or social events. A doctor said that we should avoid drugs to protect our health. He also explained that addiction can diminish our future opportunities, including our education, relationships, and personal goals. In addition, specialists advise informing young people about the risks of drugs, because if we understand the consequences, we will make better decisions. They also point out that misinformation can lead to dangerous choices. They also say that developing emotional skills is very important. If we will how to manage stress and emotions, we will reduce the risk of consuming harmful substances. For example, learning to deal with anxiety for frustration will help us avoid negative coping mechanisms. Furthermore, experts highlighted that communication plays a key role. If teenagers feel heard and understood, they will be less likely to seek harmful alternatives. In the future, more teenagers will face this challenge, so we need to be prepared. Prevention programs will become even more necessary in schools and communities. By the end of our school years, we will have learned how to make better choices. If we follow this advice, and we will be more aware of the consequence of our actions.
Family environment. New one was tell about the importance of family and environment. Institutions recommend creating a positive family environment because sport and hot mom helps teenagers feel safe and confident. Takes planning a stable environment will reduce shrinking behaviors. Experts suggest hunting to young people, friends, and surroundings. Sensitivities will help prevent risky situations. They mentioned that they aware of social circles can make a difference. Parents and that they weren't going to supervise their children in marketing on decisions. This shows that communication is very important, especially when children feel confused or present. Psychologists don't learn to say no, communicate assertively. If we do this, we have avoid negative influences and feel more confident in our decisions. This also warned to overprotect adolescents because independence helps of responsibility. External learn to make their of choices they will depend stronger juventud in addiction. In addition, experts explain to certain clear vegetarian of one will grant structure and discipline. This relief way helps teachers understand limits and consequences. If families stay evaluate, teachers will make better decisions if to future they will have felt supported and understood. In the long term, strong family relationships will help young people with confidence and resilience which will protect them from harmful situations.
Now we will focus on healthy habits and prevention strategies. Health experts advise having healthy habits like exercising and staying active. And they explaining that physical activity will improve both, both our physical and mental health. They also say that if we take care of our bodies, we will feel better emotionally. This means we will be less likely to look for harmful alternatives. Professionals recommended identifying warning signs of addiction early, and so we can act before it becomes a serious problem. For example, change in behavior or lack of interest in activities can be early signs. Experts told parents to set clear limits and rules. These rules will help teenagers understand responsibility and consequences. In addition, specialists suggested promoting hobbies, sports, and creative activities. If teenagers stay busy with positive activities, they will reduce the risk of engaging in dangerous behaviors. If we follow these habits, we will build a healthier lifestyle and improve our overall well-being. Uh, in the future, we are going to develop stronger decisions.
Finally, we want to conclude with the most important ideas. Experts agree that prevention is the best way to avoid drug consumption. They explain that education and awareness will always be the most effective tools to reduce risk among teenagers. They advise that staying informed, making good choices, and asking for help when it's necessary. They also mention that seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness, and that talking to someone we trust will really help us feel better. If we apply all of these recommendations, we will build a better and safer future. We will also protect our health, our goals, and our relationship with others. By the time we finish school, we'll have developed the skills needed to face challenges and make responsible decisions. These skills will help us not only now, also in our adult life. In the future, we will be able to help others make better decisions too. We can become positive influences in our communities, supporting our friends, supporting our family when they need it. Experts also emphasize that every decision matters. They explain that also the small choices today will affect your future, and that consistency in good habits will lead to better results. They also said that society will benefit if more young people make responsible decisions. This means that prevention will not only help individuals, also help entire communities. If we continue learning and applying this advice, we will create healthier environments where young people feel safe and supported. As a final message, the expert reminds us that making responsible choices today will protect our future and will keep us healthy. He also said that if we stay informed, support each other, and make positive decisions, we will build a better life and a stronger future for everyone. Thanks for your attention.